Prasad. The issue of ethics in artificial intelligence has been a contentious field of research for many years. However, the release to the general public a few months ago of LLMs, large language models such as ChatGPT and Bard and Claude, has shifted this debate from the domain of experts and made the possible misuses of artificial intelligence a topic of discussion among the general public. There have been concerns that ChatGPT and Bard, etc., can be used to create and disseminate fake information, hate speech, and also be used by terrorists to plan terror attacks. Indeed, terrorists have historically been among the earliest adopters of emerging information and communications technologies. I had founded a think tank on defense and security issues, the C4I SRT South Asia Group, in 1987. In the early days of the World Wide Web itself, how to manuals such as the Anarchist's Handbook and the Terrorist's Cookbook had been uploaded on the World Wide Web. Big tech corporations, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Anthropic, they responded by implementing safety guardrails on large language models so that they could not be used for nefarious antisocial purposes. But of course, attackers tried to find ways to bypass these safety guardrails, and these cat and mouse games continued with the developers of these LLMs, these large language models, trying to foil these attempts to slip past their defenses. And most of these attacks on chatbots, which are dubbed jailbreaks, they worked by adding some special characters to the end of users' prompts or users' queries. And thereby, by adding these strings or special characters to the end of the user's prompts and prompt engineering, they thereby overcame the LLM's safety guardrails, and they provoked these AI chatbots into producing harmful content, misinformation, or hate speech. And recent research from my alma mater, CMU, Carnegie Mellon University, has bad news for the big tech developers of these LLMs, these large language models, Chat GPT, Bard, Claude, etc. The researchers from Carnegie Mellon University, my alma mater, they have developed new types of automated attacks against which there are no known defense technologies. No defenses have been developed as yet against these types of automated attacks. And these researchers from Carnegie Mellon University, they informed OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic AI of the vulnerabilities in their LLMs, in ChatGPT, the deficiencies in Bard and Claude 2. But until now, most jailbreaks were manually conducted by small teams for obtaining secret information or for ransom or revenge or blackmail. And the big tech corporations could develop defenses to these jailbreaks within a few days. However, these researchers from Carnegie Mellon University, my alma mater, came up with an automated method to generate an infinite number of different types of jailbreaks attacks. And in their research paper titled universal and transferable adversarial attacks on aligned language models. The researchers Andy Zhu, Zifan Wang, J. Zico Colter, and Matt Frederickson, they wrote large language models like ChatGPT, Bard, or Claude undergo extensive fine tuning to not produce harmful content in their responses to user questions. Although several studies have demonstrated so called jailbreaks, special queries that can still induce unintended responses. These require a substantial amount of manual effort to design, and they can often easily be patched by the LLM providers. And we demonstrate that it is, in fact, possible to automatically construct adversarial attacks on LLMs, specifically chosen sequences of characters that, when appended to a user query, will cause the system to obey user commands even if it produces harmful content. Unlike traditional jailbreaks, these are built in an entirely automated fashion, allowing one to create a virtually unlimited number of such attacks. Most concerningly, it is unclear whether such behavior can ever be fully patched by LLM providers. Analogous adversarial attacks have proven to be a very difficult problem to address in computer vision for the last 10 years. It is possible that the very nature of deep learning models makes such threats inevitable. However, it still remains unclear how to address the underlying challenge posed by adversarial attacks on LLMs, if it is addressable at all, or whether this should fundamentally limit the situations in which LLMs are applicable. So, this is what the researchers from Carnegie Mellon University, my alma mater, wrote, warning about the consequences of their research on the use of LLMs for obtaining information. And in response, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Anthropic, they formed an association which they've called the Frontier Model Forum to promote responsible artificial intelligence and ensure that AI would remain under human control. They announced that this Frontier Model Forum would work together with the G7's Hiroshima AI process, the OECD, and the US EU Trade and Technology Council. So please subscribe to my YouTube and Instagram channels, and please connect with me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook pages, and Instagram threads. This is Ravi Visvesvaraya, Sharada Prasad saying goodbye.